Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well and you're taking care of yourselves. I wanted to come on and talk about something that was important for me and I thought good enough to share. In the greater scheme of things, we're always trying to make decisions and make choices, and we've got various options that sometimes I found it helped to understand how I can start making better choices for myself, because certainly the choices I make impact the quality of the life or the experience that I'm going to have based on said choice. So today I just wanted to come on and talk about things that we should be considering before we make a decision. And I think it's important just to take the time to do this because it actually helps enrich the type of choices that you make. Okay, firstly, I think it's important just to take time to think about the choices that you have, right? So when you're about to make a decision, often than not, you have various options that you have. So take a time to just, go through them mentally if you want to. I find that scribbling them down helps me better process in my own mind and just figure out what those different choices are. And there are 3 questions that I'm going to share with you that help guide me in understanding if the decision I'm going to make or the choice that I'm actually going to make is good for me. The first one is asking myself which of these options that I have now is going to give me peace of mind. Why that's important is because usually when you find something that gives you peace of mind, it's more aligned to who you are at your core and your moral values and your standards and just who you are holistically. So things that make you feel more okay and at peace with making that specific choice are for me a very big signal of you're on the right path. It is true to who you are from a core value standing perspective. And then number 2, the question that I ask is, how will my decision affect others? I started doing this personally because sometimes I find that I make my choices and it's not intentionally or maliciously that I do so, but outside of understanding how those choices that I make could actually impact other people. So it's important to take a step back and just to analyze, okay, if this decision is the one that makes me feel more peaceful about making this specific choice, understand the impact it could have on the people that said choice is going to impact. It gives you a different lens in also understanding, is that really the best choice? Sometimes you find that you're at peace wanting to do something, so you choose option 3 over the 5 that you have. But you find that when you ask question 2, how will this decision affect others? That if you try and understand it from the other people experiencing on the other end, it might actually not be the best choice to make. Yes, it gives you peace, but maybe it's actually going to be a bit confusing or, give a negative impact to people. And that's certainly not what your intent is when you're making a choice, right? And third and finally, for me, the most grounding one, and I think one I really wanted to come and share and impress upon you is, how will this decision affect my relationship with God? And for you, that may not be God. I mean, I respect and understand that we have got different, what we call higher beings, but for me, it's definitely Jehovah as a God. And I want to understand that the choice that I made, the option that I'm taking, if it gives me peace and it doesn't negatively, directly impact people. The third and final, and I think this one really grounds it for me, is what will it do in the relationship that I have with God, who for me is the most important person in my life in terms of making sure that I'm aligned and my relationship is kept good with him. And that could be anything different to you, but I think it's always good to center yourself on understanding whether that choice actually nurtures your relationship with your higher being. Does it maintain that relationship? Does it keep you in good stead? And yeah, so those are the 3 questions that I ask myself to understand when I'm about to make a choice and I've got various options. How I kind of filter through or whittle down or make the best choice available is I ask myself those 3 simple questions, and I take the time to do it, especially when it's big life-changing choices and I have various options. And I also do it on the fly as well for all the smaller things. But critically, before you make a choice, look at all of your options and ask yourself these 3 questions just to make sure that the choice that you're making is the best option and is good for you. Number 1, find the option that will give you peace of mind. Number 2, understand how that specific decision will impact and affect others. And number 3, understand how that decision or choice will impact and affect the relationship you have with your higher being. Decisions are plenty. It's about making the best choice for you and also for the outcome of the objective that you're trying to attain. I hope that helps. Give me your tips as well. I'd like to hear from you as well. For now, that's it. Until another time. Bye-bye.